Welcome back to the grind. In this video, we are going to talk about Corvus Glaive's glaive charges, how to optimize the efficiency with them, and what to do if you haven't finished the fight and you're running out of charges. Now, I will make a full guide on Corvus, hopefully in the near future, but as you can see, each hit except the first light attack will cause you to consume one of those charges in order to get a guaranteed critical hit. So if you use those charges up, you will no longer be able to crit until they refresh, and it's like close to a minute to refresh them. If you get knocked down, they will go on cooldown shortly and your hits will not crit, as you see there. And the idea behind Corvus is to use as little of these charges as possible in order to build up to a special 2, because the special 2 will deal a ton of damage. If you have the awakened ability, those charges are critical for preventing you from dying. As you can see here, we have degeneration on us and we are not dying because we have glaives active. This counts for all damage over time or passive damage or damage back nodes. Now, if you take a hit and otherwise would have died, you lose 4 charges, and that's the same for blocked hits except for a parry only consumes 2 charges to prevent death. Once you lose your charges, all the damage over time effects can kill you, as you just saw in that fight there. So you really want to keep the glaive charges active so that when you throw your special 2, you'll get critical hits at high damage, but also if you're running low on health or you have damage over time effects that will be applied to you, that way you can stay alive if you can keep your glaive charges up. Now in this first clip, we're doing a medium light, medium for most, and a medium light for some, and that is a standard way to build power. And you can see we get to our special 2 and have 8 glaive charges left. So we would not necessarily be able to get to a second special 2 without another way to get power. And some people will, if you can intercept effectively, you can do a medium light, backdraft, intercept, medium light, and that can help you effectively build up power. But when you get down to 1 or 2 charges left, what you might want to do is just light attacks and then parry and do a light attack. Now, if you're very low health, you won't be able to do this because the parry might kill you, but just doing light attacks is a very effective way because that does not consume charges as long as you just do 1 light attack. And if you have the right masteries to prolong your stun duration as long as possible, and you're not on a node that decreases stun duration, you can actually do 2 of these initial light attacks within the stun duration, allowing you to do a parry followed by 1 light with a pause, and then another light, which is the first light attack of that combo, if the pause is long enough to reset your combo. This allows you to do 2 light attacks and a medium attack for every parry that you do, allowing you to do 3 hits and only consume 1 glaive charge, which drastically increases the number of special 2s that you can throw off before running out of your glaive charges, which can be very helpful, especially for the first couple fights when you're building up those Corvus charges and getting those certain fights and missions completed, especially for some harder content with some longer fights. So slowing it down here, you can see the timing can be tight, but you want to do that right before the parry ends, and you do need the masteries to prolong the stun to allow this to work. If they have enough energy for a special attack and you are a little bit late, then they can intercept you with a special attack, so you do have to be careful. Obviously, the light attacks aren't going to do as much damage as the mediums, but if you can get to another special 2 in a fight that is required to destroy the opponent, then this is going to make your life a lot easier rather than having to wait for the glaives to recharge. Now let's say you're down to your last 1 or 2 glaive charges, but you still need to get another bar of power to throw off a final special 2 to end the fight. You can just do this by parrying and do 2 light attacks and then back off. That will prevent you from having to spend your remaining 1 or 2 glaive charges so that you can throw off your special 2 for some big crit damage without having to wait the entire duration for the glaives to recharge. So this can be used in certain scenarios, and hopefully you don't have to do this for too many fights on a path until you've built up your Corvus charges, allowing your specials to do a lot more damage and therefore reducing the number of special 2s you actually have to throw off. Now, in things like Alliance Quest, you don't really have to worry about doing this because you can just let Corvus time out and then go back in and do another 1 or 2 special attacks if needed to finish the fight. But with Corvus in Alliance Quest, even on day 5, sometimes I don't even get to a single special attack. I just end up throwing mediums and maybe finish the fight with a special 1. But maybe I'll put together some gameplay of some Alliance Quest tips for Corvus as well. So I hope this was at least a helpful introduction to Corvus. And let me know if you're interested in another video breaking down Corvus in more details. Once I get some footage together, I'll probably start working on that anyways. So at this point, I believe we've thrown 4 special 2s, and we're down to our last glaive charge. So if we lose that charge, we have to wait for them to recover. And in a very long fight, this isn't necessarily the worst situation, because then the glaives will start to recharge. You can just do 5-hit combos to build up to another special 2, and then just wait around until the glaives have fully recharged, and then throw off your special 2 at that point. And then you can start fighting as you normally would with Corvus Glaive again. But this is just to show you that there is the option of doing this, and you can counter certain heavy attacks and stuff with a light attack as well to get some more power. So I do hope this video was helpful. Let me know your thoughts and your tips and strategies in the comment section below. We're throwing off, I think, our 5th and final special 2 of this video, and we get them down below 50%. So let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.